Honolulu Mayor Kirk Caldwell says the financial plan for rail has changed dramatically. This after an updated financial plan puts the price tag at $9.5 billion. That's an increase of nearly $1 billion in just a few months. It's an issue we first told you about last week. Tonight, Always Investigating's Gina Mangieri looks into the fallout. Gina?
Joe, the mayor's spokesperson, says Caldwell learned about the new numbers along with the public last week as Hart turned in a financial plan on deadline day to the feds. The mayor now says it appears payments on the project will continue long after the project is built. Up until now, taxpayers were under the impression GE tax and federal grants would cover it, with the exception of short-term borrowing here and there. The mayor said in a statement to KHON2 this evening, as the financial plan for rail changes dramatically from a pay-as-you-go arrangement to long-term financing, one of the key cost items is interest on borrowed money. As we were first to report last week, the cost of rail, including debt service, jumped about $1 billion from the last estimate Hart disclosed just this fall, from $8.6 billion with interest to $9.5 billion. Hart only has $6.8 billion it can count on so far and assumes it will have to borrow much of it. The mayor said bond payments for rail will continue long after the project is finished being built. And perhaps this is a more equitable way to pay for the system instead of placing the entire burden on today's taxpayers. Hart says the base cost of getting rail to Ala Moana still stands at an estimated $8.2 billion. The difference in the latest tally comes from the earlier fall estimate calculating interest only for another decade, rather than how long they'll really have to keep paying the interest tab unless a giant lump sum somehow materialized to pay off the balloon in 2027, kind of like a mortgage with a big balloon payment left at the end. The $9.5 billion estimate paces out the payments, assuming they'll get another GE tax surcharge extension at the legislature, with the city getting 90% and the state getting 10%. But Hart says it's just one of many models.
If $9.5 billion is the outcome of staying the course, essentially, what is the higher end from there? Should we get a lesser share than the 90% or a shorter term extension?
You know, I'd really hate to guess on what it might be. It's really going to depend on what kind of mortgage that you're going to get.
The assumption of how long a debt service period you're dealing with is a material assumption. Then you need to disclose that up front to the board so they understand it and the public understands it.
The new board vice chairman said he was surprised when told the $1 billion jump came when staff felt instructed by the board to stop calculating interest expense at the $8.6 billion mark, even though the source of a large balloon payoff at the end was not clear. The previous board and administration tells KHON2 it was not a board directive, but was discussed between staff and certain board members, and says the payoff cutoff coincided with the 2027 GE tax sunset. Now, that draft financial plan includes lots of other details like anticipated fares, city general fund subsidies, and operating costs ranging from $127 million a year to $144 million a year. It includes placeholder numbers for some large unknowns like how much it might cost to inspect the rail on an ongoing basis. The elevated rail is to be treated like a 21-mile bridge structure and already is being scrutinized for snapping steel cables and cracking plastic shims. Read the full plan at KHON2.com. Gina Mangieri, KHON2 News.